Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and welcome to a brand new side Let's Play. This time around, it's Ghost Sweeper Mikami, Joreishi wa Nice Body. It's based on the early 90s Japan-only anime, Ghost Sweeper Mikami, from the early 90s. Gonna show off the demo here a little bit. And basically, you're just running to the right and destroying all the enemies. Kinda gives off the same vibe as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, in the way that you have only 5 hearts for health, and you have an attack that pretty much destroys all enemies in one hit. That's because this game, just like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie for Super Nintendo, is developed by Natsume, though in both games they're not even credited. They also did the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game for Super Nintendo as well, which explains why the music is good in all 3 of them. Now that I've showed off the demo, I'm going to go to the options screen. Switch this to stereo, and let you all know that I'm going to play on normal, because if I switch to easy, watch the little password thing at the center of the screen, it's gone. That is because, if I play on easy, I'm only going to be able to play the first 3 stages of the game, and then after the 3rd stage, it's going to tell me to go back to normal mode so I can play the full game. And it's really easy. There are no passwords, and the only real difference besides that is there are the few enemies that take 2 hits to kill, which there are very few of in easy mode anyway, because, again, you can only play the first 3 stages in that. Take 1 hit instead of 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and play it on normal so I can show off everything. So it's time to go ahead and exit the options menu, and it is time to finally play this game. I have the translation for all these cutscenes, for here we go. The game starts with Delivery Man bringing a package from Yakushin. A letter inside states that for helping him often, Mikami, the main character and the one we're going to play as, won the grand prize in the lottery. As you're about to see, the prize is a stone bust, which Mikami recognizes as a legendary statue of the goddess Aegis. There are 7 jewels that are supposed to be placed on it, and if they are, the wish of the one who finds them will come true. Mikami, fueled by her usual money-hungry ways that are prevalent throughout the anime series, and a desire for tens of billions of yen, again mentioned earlier, goes out to find the 7 gems. That is Yokoshima to the left, and Okimu to the right. Yokoshima just happens to be an employee of Mikami's, and Okimu happens to be a ghost of a 13-year-old girl who has been wandering around for 3 centuries and works for Mikami for basically pennies. Because Mikami is known for not paying her employees very well, I guess. I've never really seen the anime, I'm just going off by what I've researched. Anyway, it is now time for Mission 1. You have 2 kinds of attacks. There's the straight Y button press, which is just a horizontal strike, and holding up and pressing Y does an overhead shot. Jump up, and use the overhead shot to grab these ledges that you see me hanging off of right now. When I press up, I do this really mighty kick that can actually do a lot of damage to enemies if they run into it. And of course I swing onto the platform. It's really nice. Takes 2 normal strikes to get rid of the signs. These little zombies take 2 hits to kill. And these pots contain power-ups. This little lightning power-up gives me a little lightning shot with a yellow baton. Shoots a thunder projectile that goes clear across the screen. Pretty nice, and it's pretty fast too. You have 5 hits, and if you get hit with a power-up, you will lose that power-up. You will go back to having just a normal gray baton. So you want to be very careful. Kick replenishes 2 hits. You have 5 hits, and if you lose all 5, you're obviously going to lose a life, but you didn't really need to hear that from me now, did you? And that gives us a double lightning power-up. It's not as far-reaching as the yellow one, but it does give us a blue baton, and it actually lets us hit stuff that's low to the ground, as you're going to see soon. That pendant changes our ghost sticker bomb, I want to call it that, into a water bomb. Instead of sucking enemies into a portal, destroying all on-screen enemies, you basically blow all on-screen enemies away. You can only carry up to 3 bombs. And you can use them by pressing A. Section 2 takes us to a subway. We got these little blue skeleton ghouls. We got evil newspapers that we can destroy with an overhead strike. We can send trays at our enemies. We gotta destroy doors. There are those hand enemies that are low to the ground that we can destroy with the blue power-up. We got these bags that shoot spears at us. We gotta destroy those. I forgot to mention the Emmy posters in the first section. Those things endlessly spawn ghosts, and you're going to have to destroy those in order to get rid of the ghosts. But you probably already figured that out by now. Some of the trays will come barreling at you. You'll want to hit them to send them back. Like so. Maybe it is about as reaching as the thunder. It's just 2 shots at an angle. You have a choice between the top and the bottom. I suggest the top because of all the power-ups. And then we just went back to Ghost Sticker and the Thunder power-up. Now we're back on one path, but we're gonna branch out again. No, 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 no. You are not hitting me. I am not losing that. And I'm surprised I managed to land on the platform. Sometimes you have to run right off the edge and jump right off of that to do it, but I've been lucking out so far. A lot of cakes. Game is really generous with the health power-ups right now. And when we reach the end, we face our first boss, which is this little phantom thing, this little ghost. And not really much of the text here. Just some confrontational text before the real fight begins. The little ghost subway train becomes this little clouded room. Want to destroy the hand on the floor so that it doesn't grab at you a few seconds later. Want to use the projectile here and avoid all these projectiles, so you can swing them back at him to do some damage, assuming they can hit him, of course. This hand shows up very frequently, and that's what happens when I get hit. I do lose my power-up after all, but he didn't have a lot of hit points left, and I'm able to hit him. Once you beat a boss at the center of the screen, a jewel pops up. This is the yellow one. You can wait for it to hit the ground, or you can just jump up and get it. And that is the first stage cleared. Yes, I will explain that soon enough, with soon enough being right now. Mikami, Okimu, and Yokoshima notice that when the first jewel is placed on the statue magically gains armor for some reason. After doing some research, or looking at the note, or however she does it, Mikami finds out that the next jewel is in a hot spring hotel. Not surprisingly, she's heading over there. And the music here is really nice, but I'm gonna have to wait until next video to show it off, along with Mikami's new red dress. First is purple, now it's red. It changes with each mission you do throughout the game. Speaking of missions throughout the game, the next one starts in Video 2, which should be popping up tomorrow. So, until then, this is Prince Watercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!